Hi guys, good morning. Sorry we're getting off at a late start here. We're going to do some all levels yoga today. So I'd like to say if you have any questions, but I have no way of communicating with you. So what I'm suggesting is just go slow, make sure that you're able to breathe well. And if you've never practiced before, that you take the first variation to the postures. If you've practiced postures before and I give different variations and you want to come into them, just make sure you come in and out of them slowly. So we're going to start today lying down. You can lie flat. You can grab up your props and make a little back bend if that's what you want to do. I'm going to do that today. Remember, I'm going to do some of the postures and I'm not going to do some of the postures. It's hard for me to teach, breathe, and talk all at the same time. So I'm going to make a little heart bench here. Just make sure that when you lie back on your block, which could be flat like this or it could be on its side, just make sure the block is not up here on your upper back, but it comes really to the base of your shoulder blades. Right? And then you can have your legs extended or your knees bent. I like to go into it with my knees bent. And then you're going to lie back. And then making sure that you slowly, if you need to support the head, you support the head. If not, you're going to grab up one of your blocks. Don't have your head hanging. Support it going down, but make sure once you rest back like this, you have some support. If you would like to open those hips a little bit more, bring the soles of your feet together, bring your knees out wide. You have all the props at home, meaning blankets and pillows. You can place them under the knees if you need to. For support, if it makes it more comfortable. We're going to focus on our breathing, so we want to make sure that we're comfortable. I'm going to take this back bend because it's easier to breathe, I feel like, in this way, instead of efforting by sitting up tall. You can do what I'm doing. Let your fingers rest on your ribs and your elbows rest on the ground. And then allowing the eyes to fall closed. Notice what you notice. Try to get comfortable again so you're not efforting, you're not clinging, but you feel supported and at ease. Listen to the sounds around you, near and far. Use your other senses as well. Feel your fabric of your clothes on your skin. The light or colors or visualization behind the closed eyes. Notice what you can smell and taste. And last but not least, not a sense, but it is. Notice how it feels to breathe into the nose and out through the nose. Slow and even. We'll try anyway. Yesterday I did a lot of this slow, even breathing. Times are interesting right now. The breath helps slow us down. I don't realize I'm getting wound up until I'm super wound tight. So try to notice your breath throughout the day. Huge indicator of your state of mind. When you notice, check in every couple minutes. When you notice that it's starting to get short, practice slowing it down. It'll help slow the mind down as well. Trying to make your exhalations here a little bit longer and slower. Feeling what moves on the body as you take these breaths. You feel the ribs expand, lift, stretch on the inhale. Feel how everything draws inward as you exhale, navel and ribs, shoulder blades. Try to keep your belly and shoulders relaxed all day today as you practice being aware of your breath. Not only during the yoga asanas, but when you begin to move throughout your house and your yard. Take about 5 or 6 more breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. 5 or 6 more breaths resting on our props or on the floor, a combination of both. Ready to take another breath in through the nose, you'll allow your eyes to slowly blink their way open. And you're going to take your hands just to the outsides of those legs if the knees are wide and guide the legs together. Right, slowly, if you're up on these props, you might even want to support your head as you make your way off of them. Right, if you're lying down on your back, you're going to stay there. And we're going to take hold on. Let me see if I could do that. Hold on, guys. I don't think I could do it while I'm on here. All right, so people are going to be calling. Sorry. Knees towards the armpits, tailbone tucked under. If you have a little one or an animal, maybe you want to put them there on your shins, head down, chin pulled in a bit, back in the neck nice and long. Notice how it feels in your lower back, your knees, your hips, your spine. Take a couple more breaths. Slow in and slow out. Good thing hardly anybody ever calls me, so we shouldn't have to worry about that happening too often. All right, we're going to move today. You're going to release the feet down onto the floor. You're going to roll yourself over onto your side. You're going to make your way up to sit. I'm sorry, but not sorry. The sun is blaring in the background, so you might not be able to see my head. Take your legs and cross them up if you can. If not, extend them out. Put your hands on your shins, and just a lot like cat-cow, you're going to inhale, lift your chest and your chin a little bit. And when you exhale, you're going to round the spine, slowly drawing chin in. And keep doing this. Breathe in and breathe out. If you want to start to breathe through the back of the nose, you can do that. Ujjayi pranayama. Right, inhaling when we're opening up the body nice and wide and dropping the shoulders. Right, and exhaling as we round our back and let the chin fall in. Go a couple more times like this. Breathe in and breathe out. Right, notice how it feels everywhere in the lower half of your body and the upper half of your body. One more time like that to round the spine. When you breathe in, we're going to send our arms and our gaze up towards the ceiling. And on your exhalation, right hand comes down to the right. We're going to stretch your side, so don't bring your hand really close. Slide it out. Palm down, bend your elbow, look over to the left. Left glute stays on the floor. Left hand can come behind the head like this. Or if you're able to internally rotate at the shoulder, that means you're not rolling your shoulder into your ear, but down your back, pressing your head back. As you exhale, some of you might be able to bend that right elbow, that right forearm may come all the way to the floor, but not if the left butt cheek comes off the floor. I can only do that on one side, that side. Take another deep breath. Take one more just like that. Slow in, if you can, through the back of the nose. Slow out through the back of the nose. Go ahead and use the inhale when you're ready to take another one to come all the way up. Take your left hand down to the left, again to your side. Bend your elbow. See, I can't go down all the way, which is fine. I want to be able to breathe. If I went down all the way, it would just take my breath away. Head back, again, hand behind the head, but don't hang your head forward like this. Press it towards the wall behind you. Press down through that right glute and breathe into the right side. Imagine all those muscles between the ribs, you're working them out, right? Which is helpful for healthy breathing, right? Inhale and exhale. Take another round of breath when you're ready. And when you're ready to inhale, you're going to slowly return to center. We're going to uncross those legs, stretch them out. Recross the legs, take the opposite one in front, right? That's helpful to opening up your hip. Take another deep breath in when you're ready. Arms reach up towards the ceiling and sky. Exhale, twisting to the right. Now as you do this, this left hip, you're going to pull it towards the wall behind you. Keep pulling it, right hand behind you, really close towards your bottom. Take another deep breath in, see if you can lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, as you pull that left hip back, you rotate from your center, gazing over that back shoulder. Some of you will be able to loop that right arm behind your back because your arms will be long enough and flexible enough and your torso short enough. Maybe that right elbow stretches towards the wall behind you. Keep pulling that left hip back. Maybe you even open up that left palm. Deep breaths, little twisting happening from your neck here. You're going to stay like this, or you're going to lift that left arm up. Nope, I lied. You're going to lift your right arm up. That's the back one. And on your exhalation, taking your left shoulder towards your left knee. So really here, your hands are reaching in opposite directions. You're not hanging your head forward like this, but you're going to press it back, internally rotating up at that top shoulder. Again, so instead of your palm up or your shoulder into your ear, it's back and down. Or you could take another go at this, hand behind your head. Look over to the right, take a deep breath in, out. Another deep breath in, out. One more. On the in-breath, you come all the way back up. Lift those arms up. Exhale, twist over to the left, hand to knee, hand to ground. So again, now, well, not again, but now that right hip pulls back, right? And keep it pulling back as you rotate. Left hand close towards your bottom behind you, or wrapping that left arm behind the back, reaching that left elbow towards the wall behind you. Long spine inhales. Spine stays long even as you exhale and rotate towards the back of your mat or the back of your space, staying just like that. Or inhale, that left arm, back arm reaches up towards the ceiling and sky. On your exhalation, right shoulder comes down towards that right knee. Maybe left hand, elbow bent, head in the hand. Breathe deep in through the nose, head pressing back, not hanging forward, out through the nose. Another deep breath when you're ready, in through the nose, slow in, out through the nose, slow out. When you're ready to take a slow, deep breath in, you're going to slowly right yourself. And on your exhalation, letting your hands gently fall down onto your knees. Coming off of our bottoms now, we're just going to keep moving right along, up onto our hands and knees into table pose, right? Hands under shoulders, palms down, or fists down, or forearms down. Knees underneath hips, cushions underneath those knees if they don't have as much cushion as they need. Flatten the back, so don't round it. Don't arch it. Tuck the tailbone, middle way, look forward. Flex the right foot, extend the right leg out behind you. Try not to roll your right hip open like this, but square your hips towards the front of your mat. Pull your belly back in, tuck your tush back under. Stay like this, or extend the left arm out in front of you. Look forward off your mat, so you're not going to look through towards your bottom knee, but you're going to look a few inches beyond your mat. Hand and knee that are on the floor are pressing the ground away. Take a deep, slow breath in when you're ready. Let it out slowly when you're ready. Another one like that. Inhale. Exhale. Good. You're going to stay just like that, or when you breathe in, you're going to bend up that left leg. We're going for it already today. We're going to reach back with the right hand, maybe even catching the outside of the foot. You're going to tug or roll that left hip forward so the hip points are squared forward. Little bend in that bottom elbow, bottom hand and knee pressing the ground away, and then instead of just letting this leg be lazy, you're going to kick your foot up. You're going to lift your chest up. You're going to lift your gaze up. I can't do it right now. I'm definitely not strong enough, but you might even be able to curl those left toes under, and it's possible to lift the left knee off the floor. It's a thing. I bet one of you is doing it right now. Take a deep breath in and out. Another one just like that, in and out. One more deep inhale here. On your exhalation, bringing your hand and knee down onto the floor. Inhale, right leg slowly stretches out behind you. Squared hips. So your toes don't roll to the left, they roll down. Tailbone tucks, gaze forward beyond your mat a few inches, left arm stretching out in front of you. Bottom hand, bottom knee, pressing the ground away. Gaze is forward. Breath, striving to make it even and smooth and balance. Hi, Tina. Yay, I'm so excited. If only I could see you, or you could be here on my front porch with me. Take another deep breath. Great, you're gonna stay just like this, or if you did it on the other side, slow, don't go crazy, bend the right leg, right? Maybe you're just reaching back for the foot. Maybe you could actually grab the outside of the foot, thumb up. Right hip rolls forward. That means hips are squared, pointing forward, kicking your foot up, lifting and breathing the chest up. And again, maybe curling those left toes under and potentially lifting, or those right toes under, and lifting that right knee off of the floor. Take a deep breath in. And out. I see you, Jerry, too, and Judy. One more deep breath in. Good. When you're ready to exhale again, slowly bring your hand and knee down onto the floor. Start to sit back now as far as you can comfortably. Use props if you need to. Stretch the arms way out in front so they're not lazy, elbows down on the floor, arms, but as long as you can stretch them out with any neck discomfort, elbows off the floor, fingers spread wide, outer arms rolling, not up like this, but down. If your forehead touches the floor, let it touch down. If not, grab up a block. Take about 5 breaths. Breathe into the side of your body, right? Feel that expansion on the inhale. Slowly in. Slowly out. That's the key, the exhalation, really long and slow. We want to try to get rid of as much apana, all of the gross stuff that we don't want. You want to get as much of that out as possible, the negativity, the toxins, all exhaling slowly through the nose. Take another deep breath. Take one more after that. And you're going to keep those palms flat. Slowly start to make your way up onto your knees. You could stay like this or curl your toes. Lift up those knees. And you're going to press your heels back and down. I don't do the best downward dog. We were talking about that the other day, but feet about the width of your hip bones, right? I bend my knees, but I'm also pressing my heels down, so I'm getting that stretch. You can do that too. Palms down. You don't want your shoulders all the way in your ears. Arms nice and straight. Let the head hang. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open up your mouth. Let the air out. Do it again when you're ready. Deep breath in through the nose. Open up your mouth. Let it go. One more just like that. And remember, if you can't breathe at any point, you're going to take a rest. And when you breathe in again, we're going to take this forward into the plank pose slowly. Don't leave your tushy up in the air like this. Come all the way forward with strong legs, thighs pulling towards the kneecaps. And on your exhalation, go upside down, downward dog again. So inhale, you come forward. You can come down on your knees and do this in table pose. And then push back to child's pose. Don't let your belly go down like this either. Keep your tailbone tucked. And on your exhale, push back. Do a couple more if you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Right, a little bit each day. It's okay if you can't do a full class, right? If roll your mat out at your house and, well, you're there, so you're forced to be home, so just roll it out and I guarantee you'll go on it and do some things throughout the day. It doesn't have to all be in a row like this class. Come forward to plank pose. You're going to hold like this. If you want to get fancy with it, you're going to take your right toes onto the back of your left heel. Gaze is forward. Back is flat. Unclench your teeth. I know some of you are doing that out there. Take a deep, slow breath in. Take another breath just like that when you're ready. Slow. Replace the right foot back down on the floor. See if you can take those left toes onto your heel. Don't press it too far back. Your heel should just be over the ball of your foot. Tailbone tuck, shoulders back and down. Right navel is pulling in a little bit. You're not sucking your belly in, but that active tucking your tush under already pulls it in. Look forward, take a full round of breath in and out. One more deep breath in. On your exhalation, going upside down, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, gaze forward, and you're going to either walk, hop, or float up to the front of your mat. Maybe you're crawling there. Get your belly on your thighs, right? So bend those knees as much as you need to get belly on the thighs. Maybe your hands are on blocks, and then only straighten your legs as much as you can. Keep belly on the thighs, as much as you can prevent this from happening. We want long, slow exhales. We want to get rid of that apana, that rubbish, that negativity, that those crazy stories, storylines that bring us into a negative place, all that negative stuff. It helps to exhale. Creates a bigger inhale, more calming. Take another deep breath when you're ready. And then slowly start to slide your hands up the front of your legs. Right, come up really slowly, meaning let your head be the last part of the body to lift up. Breathe in, breathe out. You're going to take your shoulders, you're going to bring them up, back and down. Do that again when you're ready. Shoulders coming up, back, and down. Oh, fixing the camera here. All right, we're gonna start our sun salutations. Oh, I have no idea how to work this thing. All right, sun salutations. Now you're muted. How do I fix that? Babe, come unmute my camera. Oh, bear with me, guys. Babe. I'm live and I muted my camera. Here's everybody. Hi. Take a hold on there.
Hey everyone.
How did I mute my camera?
Hi. Jen doesn't know what's going on here.
No, I have no idea.
I don't know what she did. Hey everyone. Oh, you can hear? You guys just want to look at me? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, you can hear? Okay.
They just want to look at me. They don't want to look at you anymore.
He's being ridiculous. All right, sun salutations. That's how things are rolling at our house these days. Standing at the front tip of your mat, right? The sun is going to be out today, a little bit anyway, right? So you're standing right at the front tip of your mat into Dasana. Just like at the studio, I have no idea technical-wise of anything, so don't ever ask me. Shoulders back and down. We're going to breathe and move through our sun salutations. We're going to do a few of them. You're going to get warm. It's good to get warm. So take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, bringing your hands together at the center of your chest. Inhale, separate the hands, lift the arms, the chest, and the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Take the hands down onto the mat. Inhale, right foot back, knee down. Plank pose. So remember, it's supposed to be a half breath. We hold the breath here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. For each movement, a half breath. Trying. Inhale to lengthen the breath, cobra. And then, therefore, to slow down the movements with the breathing. Down dog, right foot forward, breathe in. But some of you, and myself included, will have to take a whole breath for each movement. That's fine. Inhale, rise all the way up and back. So don't worry if you get behind or ahead. Inhale, arms by the sides. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, lift the arms, the chest, the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left foot back, knee down. This is a prostration to the sun. Hold the breath, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. We went for a walk this morning. Inhale, cobra, and felt that warm sun on my face. It was so amazing. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. It was almost like it made everything perfectly better for a moment. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, arms by the sides. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, lift the arms, the chest, the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot back, knee down. Plank pose, looking forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, elbows stay bent. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, lift the arms, the chest, the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left foot back. Plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Right foot forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot back, inhale. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward dog. Right foot forward. Breathing while you move, left foot forward, not when it's all finished. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands at the heart, arms by the sides. Exhale, hands at the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot back, inhale. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Left foot forward. Right foot forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, around on your own. Make it up if you don't remember. Just go slow. It's the intention. Coming up to the front of your mat. You're gonna move on. Taking a deep breath in, lift your arms, your chest, and your gaze. Exhale, fold forward, taking your hands down to the floor. Step way back with your right foot. We're coming into warrior one. Spin the back foot flat and slowly start to lift the arms. Work towards squaring your hips. So if you want to step that right back foot out even wider, rotating your left hip back and your right hip forward. Arms right by the ears. So if your shoulders are hunched into your ears, take those arms out wider. Gaze is forward. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight, back foot is suctioned flat on the floor. Look forward, use your exhalation, try to relax your shoulders. Deep breath. Let it out slow. Another one just like that. When you're ready to exhale, we're going to open this up into the warrior two. So you might lengthen your stance a little bit. Your hips are open to the right, but look at your left front knee. Make sure it's pressing towards the pinky toe. Your torso right here over your waist. You're not leaning forward or back. Right in the middle. Press down through the palms of your hands. Gaze forward at your front hand. Again, that back foot suction flat. Take a deep breath when you're ready. And let it out slow. Another one just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Take that left palm, open it up towards the sky. Take your right hand on the back of your right thigh. Now shrug that right shoulder forward and start to lift that left arm overhead, keeping the front knee bent, sliding the back hand down that back leg. So the back leg is still straight, the front knee is still bent. The sides of your body are long. You're reaching through that top arm. You're sliding the back hand down the back leg. Breathe into that left side. Take a giant breath. Take one more. We're going to really work these legs a bit today. Inhale, come back to warrior two. That way, tomorrow when it's potentially raining and we're sitting on the couch, we'll appreciate it a little bit more. Reach forward. Bend that left forearm pressing the thigh away instead of our shoulder in our ear. Get it out of your ear. Take that left arm, reach it over your head. Or your right arm, reach it over your head. I'm used to teaching everything opposite. Right, maybe your left hand comes down to the block or ground, or maybe your left arm coming underneath your left leg, bringing your right arm behind your back, coming into a bind. Take a deep breath. When you're ready to inhale, you're going to come back up into warrior two, giving the legs a break. Pinwheel your hands down. Step to your knees, rest there, or plank pose. Lower down here, knees or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or the upward facing dog. Exhale into the downward facing dog. Take a deep breath, reach the right leg high up, sink that left heel down. Take another deep breath, press the palms flat. When you're ready to inhale, start to come forward, stepping the right foot forward. Release the back knee down, slide it way back. Don't be on top of your kneecap. Press your hands onto the blocks or ground, lifting your chest here. Or put your hand on your knee, press the knee away, chest up, shoulders down. Right, different things you can do here. Maybe you can do more arms coming up by the ear, so we're bending the back. The hips are squared. You're drawing the inner legs towards each other. We're lifting the chest, so we're opening the front of the body. We can feel the breath in the back of our body. Some of you might even slide that left hand onto the back of the left leg, and as you exhale, you might walk your hand closer towards your calf. Take a very deep breath in and let the breath out. Another one just like that. One more big inhale. Good. Inhale, both arms slowly come up if they're not. Let your hands come down to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee, step the back foot forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Take a little bitty back bend at the tippy top. Exhale, bringing hands together at the heart. Inhale, lift your arms, your chest, and your gaze. Exhale, slowly fold forward, bringing your hands down onto the mat. Left foot steps way back. Warrior one. Remember, just like we did on the other side. So bring the left foot out wider if you need to. Left hip rolling forward. Arms up, front knee bent, back leg straight. Push into the outside of that back foot so your foot is suction flat on the floor. Breathe in. Try to relax your shoulders as you breathe out. Try to even the breath, even when things get hard. especially when things get hard. Try to slow the breath down. Right arm forward, left arm back. Warrior two, front knee still bent, back leg straight, hips open to the left, right knee pressing towards the pinky toe. Torso right here at center, palms pressing down. Very deep breath when you're ready. Gaze forward. Open up the right palm, bring your left hand on the back of your left leg, shrug your left shoulder forward. Keep the legs as they are, stretch that right arm over your head, sliding the back hand down that back leg. Breathe deep, try not to crunch either right or left side of the waist. Feel the breath expand your ribs. Another deep breath when you're ready. Feel your legs strong or not, but definitely all of them are working. Inhale, back to warrior two. Reach forward, extended side angle, bend your right elbow, press the thigh away. No shoulders in your ears, right? You can even keep your hand on your waist like this. Maybe left arm comes over your head. Maybe your right hand down to the outside of your foot. Maybe it's on a block. Maybe you're in your bind where you've wrapped your right arm under the right leg, bringing the left arm behind the back. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. When you're ready to breathe in, you're going to slowly come back up into the warrior two. Hands coming down to frame the front foot. To the knees resting or plank pose. Lowering down, knees or chaturanga. Inhale, maybe you roll over all your little toes, up dog. Exhale, right back over them again. Inhale, left leg sweeps high up, the right heel is sinking. Let the breath out. Take another round of breath. Palms are flat, head is hanging. When you're ready, step forward with that left foot. Bring the shoulders forward. As you do it, right back knee is down. Lift the gaze slowly. Keep the hands on the ground or blocks, lifting the chest. Press the knee or thigh away, dropping the shoulders, lifting the chest, squaring the hips. Arms by the ears, maybe. Maybe right hand on the back of that right thigh. And as you exhale with hips square, you start to slide the hand down, feeling the breath not only in the front of the body, but in the back of your ribs. 3 full breaths. When you're ready to exhale, take those hands down. Inhale, lift up the back knee, and exhale, step that back foot forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, up, up. Exhale, hands at the heart. Working those legs a little bit more today. Take a deep breath in, lift up your arms, your chest, and your gaze. Exhale, fold forward, take your hands down to the floor. Step back with the right foot, spin it flat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1, the warrior 1. Right hip rolling forward, front knee bent. Different this go around with the arms. You're going to bring your right wrist on top of your left like this. Either tugging your wrist down and stretching the elbows back like this the whole time, or you might be able to bring the palms of the hands together behind you, fingers up, elbows reaching back. Either way is good, but reach those elbows back in both variations. Roll the right hip forward, gaze forward. Breathe deep and slow. Breathe evenly and continuously. You're ready to breathe in, free up the arms, lift them up. Open again into the warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. This go around, you're going to bring your left hand onto your back like this, and you're going to hold your elbow. I hope you guys can see me. So don't pull your head forward when you're doing it like this, but keep your head at center, looking to the side, right? So you're holding your left elbow, walking the left hand towards the outside. You're not hanging your head forward like this, but you're looking to the right, right? Breathe in and out, back foot suction flat. And as you are holding that right elbow, the right elbow is still lifting up towards the sky. Take a deep breath. Inhale, warrior two. Right arm this time comes behind the back. So the back of your hand on your lower back like this, or you're gonna reach for that left hip or pocket. Left palm opens up towards the sky, right elbow reaches back, left arm reaching back, front knee still bent, back leg still straight, back foot still flat. Take a deep breath. One more. Inhale into the warrior two. Exhale, reach forward, that extended side angle again, pressing the thigh away. Maybe you go down a little lower this time. Maybe you're doing what I'm doing and you're doing a little bit less. We're taking 3 deep breaths. Take a deep breath. Let it go slow. Feel what your legs are feeling. Maybe it's a little uncomfortable. It's definitely not the most uncomfortable you've been over the past couple weeks. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. You're resting or plank pose. Exhale, knees or chaturanga. Inhale through your backward bend. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. Inhaling, the right leg sweeps high up. That left heel is sinking. You're going to step softly forward with your right foot, releasing the back knee down behind the hip bone, maybe even on a cushion. I'm going to lower this down now so you can see. Walking your right foot towards the outside of your mat, just a little bit. Spin your right toes out to the right, drop to the outside of the foot. Now stay just like this or slow. The hamstrings, I always tease, don't always like it. You're gonna lift the back foot. This may be enough. You may be able to reach back with your right hand. So it's opposite arm to leg, grab your foot. This is so hard for me. My thighs feel like they have lightning bolts coming out of the front, but you may be able to pull your heel gently towards your butt. Maybe you could do this with your left elbow bent, your forearm on a block or on the ground. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Good. And then very slowly, if you're holding that back foot, you're going to release it. We're going to heel toe that front foot in. We're going to lift up that back knee, stepping the back foot forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Take a little backward bend at the tippy top. We're going to take it all the way back down, hands coming down onto the floor, stepping back with the left foot. Spin it flat. Inhale, lift up those arms slowly with breath into the Virabhadrasana. 1. Good, bring the arms behind the back. Left wrist on top of right. Left hip rolling forward, stretching those elbows back. Or again, palms of the hands coming together. Elbows reaching back. Deep breath. Back foot suction flat. Front knee bent. Inhale. Slowly, when you're ready, sweep those arms up towards the sun. It just came out. Take the right arm forward and take the left arm back. Bring that right hand onto the back of your right shoulder. So see, I'm still looking to my side. You're going to grab up that elbow. You're not going to hang your head forward. Press it back. Walk your right hand towards the outside of your shoulder. Press the right elbow up. Take a deep breath. Inhale, warrior two. Wrap that left arm behind the back, reaching for the pocket. Reach your left elbow back. Open up your right palm, stretch your right arm back. Take a deep breath into your side. Warrior two. Keep breathing, bend up the right elbow. Forearm to the thigh for the extended side angle, whatever version you like. Just shoulders down, chest up. You're breathing well, maybe through the back of the nose. Inhale, coming into the warrior two. Exhale, bringing your hands down to frame the front foot. Resting or plank pose. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhale, lift your chest, drop your shoulders. Exhale into the downward facing dog. Left leg slowly sweeps high up, the right heel is sinking. As you breathe, draw the shoulders forward, step forward with the left foot, release the back knee down, slide it back. Walk the left foot out to the left. Drop to the outside of the foot. Maybe lift up that back heel. Maybe slowly reach back with your left hand, grab your foot. Pull your heel towards your glute. Take a very deep breath. Let it out slow. Right, try to release some tension with those exhalations in the front of those legs and knees. If you're holding that back foot, slowly release it down onto the floor. Square your hips forward to the front of your mat. Lift up that back knee, step your back foot forward, and inhale, rise all the way up and back. Exhaling, bringing your hands together at your heart. Inhaling your arms by your sides. Perfect. We're gonna balance. Hi, Rose. Or fall over. One or the other. We're gonna see what happens today. We're gonna come into dancer's pose, so we're gonna balance on the right foot. So make sure your right toes are all pointing forward. Right, spread the toes out really wide, bend up the right knee a little bitty bit. You're looking forward. Left knee comes towards the belly. Right, so your hips are squared. You're not shrinking. Even though your knee is bent, your chest is up. Your crown is reaching up. You're staying like that, or you're reaching back, grabbing the left foot. Draw the left knee in again instead of keeping it out wide like this. Reach the right arm up. Chest up. You may stay just like this. You may be able to kick your foot back and up. Chest up, right? Some of you, in front of those legs, the spine may be open enough. You may be able to take your toes into the crook of your elbow. Right? I can't bind right now. I'm not that open, but you might be able to take a bind there. Take a deep breath in. Let the breath go. One more deep breath when you're ready. Slow. How you come out of it is important. Left knee comes back up towards the belly. And then lower your foot slowly down onto the floor. Let's try it on the other side. You've got walls. You can use them if you need to. Spread the left toes wide out. Left toes stay pointing forward. Little bend in that left knee. Don't look down. Look up. Lift up your right knee. Right, proud chest. Crown reaching up. Maybe right foot going back. See, I have to take my knee out to the side to grab my foot, but then bring it back in. Left arm up. Chest up. Gaze up. Breathing well. Maybe kicking your foot into your hand. Chest up, shoulders down in this backward bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Another deep breath. Whoa. Slowly take that right knee towards the belly. And release the foot to the floor. Good. Inhale. Lift the arms. Lift the chest. Look up. Exhale. Fold forward. Take the hands down to the mat. Inhale. Step back with your left foot. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Take a moment to rest if you need, or inhale, plank pose. One more go at this whole vinyasa thing. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, chest up, shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, come forward into the plank pose. If you can, come down onto your forearms. Look forward. Stay like this. This is an oldie but goodie, guys. Or come onto the tops of your feet, right? We used to do this all the time, so that means your toenails are on the floor like this. It's so uncomfortable, right? You're gonna stay like this, or when you inhale, you're gonna look towards your beautiful belly, and on your exhale, you're gonna look forward. So it's a little bitty tuck. Inhale, looking towards your belly. Exhale, look forward. Can you do 3 more? Inhale, look towards your belly. I know it's horrible. Look forward. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Plop yourself all the way down onto your belly. Take your arms underneath you like this. It's uncomfortable. Let me see. I'm so horrible at this whole camera thing. It's so weird. I'd never be a movie star. Arms coming underneath you, palms down. on the floor. I take one hand on top of the other. So this is gonna make our lower back strong, even though we don't enjoy doing it. Chin down if you can, or forehead. Curl your left toes under. This is Shalabhasana, the locust pose. Lift your left knee, point your right toes, lift your right leg back and up. That's it, take a deep breath. On your exhalation, lower the right foot down. Curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, point those left toes back and up. Press down through the palms, deep breath. On your exhalation, you're gonna lower that left foot down. Now here it comes. Press both palms down. Sorry about that. Kevin's cutting wood or something outside. Take your toes, all of them, point them back and lift them up. Some of you will just be able to lift your toes. Some of you, your feet. Some of you, your knees, right toes reach back and up. Pressing through the palms, deep breath. It's the worst, I know, let it out. That's why I'm not doing it. No, I can't, I literally can't breathe down there. Take another breath. And slowly lower yourself down. So let's take the hands slowly back by the shoulders for a cobra pose, right? Fingers by the shoulders. We did these many times already. Press into your pinky toenails so your knees and shins are off the mat. Lift your chest and drop your shoulders. Deep breath. All right, you're gonna stay like this, or you're gonna slide that left arm out in front, left palm pressing down onto the floor, shoulders back. You're gonna stay just like this, or you're gonna bend up that right leg, grab your foot, kick your foot up and back. Maybe you even lift your left hand off of the floor. Both hip bones stay down, inner legs stay squeezing towards each other. Deep breath. And then slowly release. Bring both hands back by the shoulders if they're not already. Press into the feet, lift up the chest. Right arm comes out in front. Staying like that or bending up that left leg, reach back with the left hand, pressing still into the top of that right foot, kicking your left foot back and up. Maybe your right hand comes off the floor. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more deep breath. And release. Take both arms by your sides. Squeeze your inner legs close. Here we go. Deep breath, lifting feet, arms, gaze, chest, like you're a bird, pointing toes back. You're gonna stay like that, or you're gonna bend up both of your knees, reach back, grab your feet or your ankles, coming into Dhanurasana, the bow. Inner legs squeeze, feet kick up and back. Deep breath, shoulders down. And release. Rest, let your toes go out and your heels come in. Let your head rest to one side or make a little pillow. Rest your forehead to your arms. Take a deep breath, stand on your belly for a moment. And then slowly bringing your hands, palms down by your shoulders. You're going to tuck your elbows in and rise up onto your knees. Good, you're gonna take your way either, so I'm gonna give options here. If you have knee replacements, you're probably not gonna do this variation. If you have jacked up knees, all together, I'm gonna give different options. Variations in child's pose, whether with cushions underneath your bottom, or whether you're able to sit all the way back. If all is healthy in the knees. Slow, knees together, feet out for Virasana. You might have to take a block or two and sit down on the block. A little discomfort is okay, but a lot is where it takes your breath away and is not, right? You may be able to sit back here in between the feet, right? But you're able to press the ground away. Your toes are pointing back, not out to the sides. You're gonna stay just like this, right? You may be able to bring your hands behind your back, and here you're tucking your tailbone under. So your butt lifts. It's not just lifting your butt, it's the tuck of the tailbone. You're gonna stay like this if you're on a block, but if you're not and you're able to make your way down onto your forearms, you could do that. If you have a bolster at home, you might put that underneath you. You may be able to come all the way back. Tailbone still stays tucked. Arms come overhead, grabbing wrist forms or the elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another deep breath. If you're down all the way, you're trying to twist as little as possible as you slowly make your way up. We're going to make our way off of our props if we're on them. I'm going to slowly take the legs and stretch them out. We'll come into Paschimottanasana. This is this seated forward fold. Right? So we're going to flex the feet. Try not to hunch back like this. Bend the knees if you need to. Really long spine. Feet flexed, thigh muscles are engaged. Chest is open, shoulders are down. So we're going to bend like this, not like this with our throat. Breathe in, breathe out. Some of you have lots of flexibility. You may put a block here beyond your feet and grab up the block. Breathe into the back of your body. Use your exhalation to release some tension held in your back, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, the backs of your legs. We reduce some tension in our bodies. Then our mind becomes a little bit more at ease. It's all connected. Right, checking in. Use your senses. Nose, smell, eyes, ears, temperature, your skin, feel your breath or lack of. This keeps us present, or it brings us back into it when the mind gets caught up. Inhale, slowly rise up. Let's bend up our knees, place the soles of our feet onto the floor. Take your hands down behind you. Let your fingers point towards your bottom. Press into your hands and feet, chest up. Stay like this, or raise the hips. Feet right over the, or feet right underneath the knees. If you could do more, then you're lifting up with straight legs. But don't let your chest drop. Let the chest go up, the shoulders go back, and maybe even there, all of your toes press down onto the floor. Take a deep breath, let it out through the back of the nose as slowly as you can. Another breath just like that. One more inhale. Exhale, lower yourself all of the way down. We're going to get in a couple more backward bends, and then we're going to end. So you're going to make your way slowly down onto your back. And when you get onto your back, you're going to bend up your knees. Right? Feet about the width of the hip bones. You can either grab up your block or a pillow if you have one, put it right there in between the knees. You're going to tuck your tailbone. You're going to press your feet forward as you raise the hips up, coming into bridge pose. Press down through your elbows, chest up. You're going to stay just like this, or you're going to bring your hands, palms down by your ears. Where I'm going to stay today, but if you want, and you can, you're going to rise up, inhaling to the top of your head, and exhale, come up the rest of the way. Urdhva Dhanurasana, the upward facing bow. Take a deep breath. Maybe even in either of these postures, you press down through your right foot and you lift your left foot high up towards the sky. Pressing down through your right big toe and reaching up through your left big toe. Take a deep breath. If that left foot is up in the air, bring your left foot back down onto the floor. Press down through the left foot, reach up through the right foot. Inner knees are squeezing towards each other. Press down through the bottom big toe, reach up through the top big toe. Take one more deep inhalation. When you're ready, the hips are still up. On your exhale, both feet come down. Take one more deep breath in, lift those hips up a little bit higher if you can. And on your exhalation, slowly lower your hips down. Keep those feet on the floor. Press your knees together and walk your feet out wide. Knees together, feet wide. Heel toe your feet together. Good. Either slide your hands underneath your bottom and slowly lift your feet. Maybe a little bit, maybe all the way. Right? Being careful if you have any weaknesses in your neck, your heart, your eyes. You definitely won't come into the full shoulder stand, which I'll show you. All these first variations are appropriate. If you have a block or pillows, you can also put it underneath your butt. Again, if you have weaknesses in your neck, your eyes, your heart, this is still okay. Right? Maybe you lift the feet a little bit higher. If neck and eyes and heart and all are healthy, you've actually done a shoulder stand before, you can slowly come into one now, making sure you're not rolling on the bones of the neck, making sure you're keeping your head at center, especially when you're doing this via video. I like to come into the plow. I pike my legs over my head, bringing my hands on my back, fingers pointing up, and then slowly lifting the legs. Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand. Pressing down through the elbows and reaching up through the toes. Again, the bones of the neck are not pressing down onto the floor. Keep your gaze at one spot. Take a deep breath in. Press down through the elbows. Let the breath go slow. Draw in slow and release the breath slow. Feel the breath in the sides of the body. I'm just laughing at Kevin working on the bus. It's so loud. If you're in the full shoulder stand, take another round of breath. If you're in that full shoulder stand, when you take your exhalation, you're going to slowly pike those legs up and over your head to Halasana, the plow. Maybe if your feet are on the floor over your head, you reach your arms up and over your head and let your feet rest in your hands. If your tush is on a block or on your hands, you're going to slowly lift your bottom and slowly lower it down. And if you're in that plow pose, you're going to use your exhalation to roll yourself down. And once we all come down onto our backs, we're going to take our knees in towards our belly. Taking a hand on each knee and squeezing those legs in. Maybe you wrap your arms around your legs, holding your wrists, your forearms, or your elbows. And you're going to release your feet down onto the floor. You're going to come into a comfortable position to Shavasana, into final relax in. So you can lie flat, which is the traditional variation. Arms about the width of the hips, by your by your sides, palms open, and then legs out to the sides about the width of the hips. Let the toes release out. Grab up some pillows if it's more comfortable for your back to place those underneath the knees or the head. Don't forget this part. I know it would be so easy to go and do some laundry or anything else that you could do in your house, but take these moments of rest while you're awake. Let the eyes close, let the breath come back to its natural and spontaneous rhythm. The way you breathe when you're not thinking about how you breathe. Let your body become heavy and let it sink down into the floor, completely supported and all of your being trusting that you are supported by everything that's underneath you. Use your senses. Stay aware without reacting. Try staying aware without reacting. I'm going to read you a little story here from Chance of a Lifetime. Sex, drugs, and grace. When I'd been with Maharaji in Bombay, one day he'd suddenly sat up and out of the blue said to me, "Courage is a very important thing." Mr. Barman, who was also sitting there, noted, "But Maharaji, God takes care of his devotees." Maharaji shot a look at him and then looked back at me. With great intensity, he replied, "Courage is a very important thing." There have been times in my life that have been so difficult and painful that the only thing I had to hold on to was the memory of him saying that. I had no courage, but simply remembering the way he looked at me that day gave me enough courage to make it through it. In the early 80s, I got addicted to freebase, a smokable rather than snortable form of cocaine. I love Krishna Das because he's just as effed up as all of us. Not that I'm freebasing here, but you know what I'm saying. During this time, my mother came to visit me in California for a week or so. She slept in the living room, which was directly above my bedroom. After everybody went to sleep, I'd lock myself in a big closet and smoke freebase coke all night long. I didn't know at the time that my mother was an alcoholic and doing the same thing to herself with booze just a few feet above me. I was stunned when she checked into a rehab center a short time later. I was deeply affected, but not enough to stop. Soon after this, an old friend died of a drug overdose. I was on my way to Canada to see K.C. Tiwari, who was visiting from India. Tiwari was one of Maharaji's closest old devotees and a great friend to me. K.C. and his wife, whom I called Ma, had adopted me after Maharaji left his body. They made me a member of their family and treated me as if I were their eldest son. They fed me and soothed my spirit, which was suffering so much in the absence of Maharaji's physical form. On the way, I stopped to see my father in New York. I slept in the spare room in his apartment and was up all night smoking freebase. I finished what I had and was panicking, I was searching the rug for anything that looked like a piece of base, smoking pieces of sock lint from the floor, when all of a sudden, a friend who had recently overdosed semi-materialized above me in the room. I realized that she had been getting off through me and was, in fact, feeding off my addiction and intensifying it. Furiously, I yelled, "Fuck off," and she disappeared. Even though I was really messed up, I was seriously shaken by this. The next morning, I got on the plane to Montreal and drove out to where Tiwari was staying. I hadn't seen my Indian father in a long time and was very anxious to be with him. I went upstairs to the room he was staying in and saw that he was talking to someone. His back was turned to the door. I stopped in my tracks. Something didn't feel right. I actually began to back out of the room when he turned, pointed his finger at me, and said with an intensity I cannot describe, "Promise me that you will stop cocaine. Promise me now." His eyes were like burning coals. I had no choice. I loved him so much that I had to do it. "Yes, I promise," I told him. And from that moment on, I never touched freebase again. It was all grace. Without the Tawaris, I probably wouldn't be alive today. Start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Rock your head from side to side, breathe a little bit deeper. And take your arms, reach them up and over your head. Take a deep breath, stretch. Bend your knees. Roll yourself slowly over onto your side. When you're ready, use the strength of your arms, slowly making your way up to sit. We're going to sit up tall, promising to try to breathe well today, to check in several times throughout the day. Notice the state of your breathing. And if you can make it better, do it. Make it longer and slower. So we'll bring our hands together at our hearts and we'll seal this practice sending out the sound of Om. Deep breath in for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Have a good day, everyone. Try to get outside. Yesterday, oh my gosh, it was raining and windy, and the rain was coming from the side, but I put on the raincoat twice, walked the dogs yesterday, got out. There's tons of things blooming, so if your mind is going quickly ahead, negatively, if your body is feeling antsy, get outside, not near anybody. Look up at the trees and the flowers. Everything looks awesome outside. Everything's getting really green. Have a good day.